Let me ask you something straight from the heart. Have you ever held a book at arm's length, squinted, then gave up and reached for your glasses again? Or maybe the labels on those tiny medicine bottles have started to look like ancient riddles. If this sounds familiar, take a breath. Because today I'm not going to talk about stronger lenses, I'm going to talk about stronger eyes. Yes, stronger, naturally supported eyes. We've been told that vision fades with age, that cloudy eyesight and dry eyes are just a part of getting older. But what if I told you that's only half the truth? You see, your body is still listening to you, and your eyes, those beautiful windows to your soul, are still trying to serve you. They just need a little help. Not in the form of pills or surgeries, but in the form of nature's own elixirs. Let's uncover 6 powerful drinks that may nourish your vision, moisturize your eyes, and sharpen your sight better than you might think. My dear friends, there's something quietly heartbreaking about holding a book in your hands, the same book you used to read with ease, and realizing the words have turned into a soft blur. The letters haven't changed, but your eyes, they just don't seem to keep up like they used to. And so you reach for your glasses. Again. It feels like every year the lenses get thicker, the lighting in your home gets brighter, the menus at restaurants get harder to read. You may find yourself squinting in the morning, rubbing your eyes at night, or pulling away from your favorite hobbies because it's just not as easy anymore. But I want to remind you of something very important, something too many people forget once they reach a certain age. Your eyes are still alive, still listening, still healing. Just because you've added more candles to your birthday cake doesn't mean your vision has to fade away like smoke. You see, your body, especially your eyes, hasn't given up on you, and it's time to stop giving up on it. We've been led to believe that losing your sight is just part of the deal with aging. Like gray hair or slower steps, we've accepted it without question. But in truth, many parts of your body, your bones, your skin, your muscles, and yes, even your eyes, can still respond to nourishment, love, and attention. Think about this. A plant doesn't stop growing just because it's older. It only stops when the soil dries out, when the sun disappears, when the roots are forgotten. And aren't we the same? Your eyes are not broken. They are tired. They are overworked, and they are likely undernourished. Most people focus on glasses, magnifiers, or eye drops, but very few ask, what do my eyes actually need to thrive? You wouldn't expect your heart to keep beating strong without proper nutrition, would you? So why expect your eyes to function with strength and clarity if they're not being supported from the inside? Here's the gentle truth. The decline in eyesight that comes with age isn't always just age. Sometimes it's dehydration. Sometimes it's inflammation. Sometimes it's a lack of key nutrients that protect your delicate eye tissues from damage. Sometimes it's simply years of not knowing what your eyes were silently asking for. But there's good news. Your eyes haven't stopped hoping. They're still connected to your brain, your heart, your soul. They still want to see the morning sun, the faces of your loved ones, the words of a good story, the beauty of a full moon. And nature, kind, quiet, faithful nature, has never stopped offering you what your eyes need. It comes in the form of color, in the red of a watermelon, the orange of a ripe mango, the deep green of celery stalks, the golden glow of turmeric, the creamy strength of pumpkin seeds. These aren't just foods, they are messages. Messages your body recognizes. Messages that say, we're here to help. We're here to heal. You don't need to make dramatic changes or buy expensive supplements. Sometimes all it takes is a simple, consistent act of care. A glass of natural nourishment each morning, a commitment to hydration, a quiet promise to yourself that you are still worthy of tending to. It's not about going backward, it's about moving forward with intention, with awareness, with gentle courage. And here's what I truly believe. from my heart to yours, it's never too late, not too late to see more clearly. Not too late to reduce the strain, the blur, the fatigue. Not too late to fall back in love with reading, knitting, painting, walking in the sun. Whatever it is that brings your vision to life, your eyes have served you well. They've cried for you, sparkled for you, watched your children grow, witnessed every chapter of your journey. Now they're asking for a little help, a little rest, a little nourishment, and you, yes you, can give them that. No doctor's office needed, no pharmacy lines, just a kitchen, a glass, and the will to begin. So tomorrow morning, or perhaps this evening, pour yourself something healing. Sip slowly, breathe deeply. Close your eyes for a moment and whisper thank you to them. They've been with you all this time. Let them know you're still with them too, because no matter your age, you still deserve to see clearly, to see joy, to see beauty, to see possibility. And with a little wisdom and a little help from nature, you just might see it all a little brighter than before. You know, for most of our lives, we've been told to accept that some things just fade with age. Our knees ache a little more, our memory gets fuzzy, and our eyesight? Well, that's just part of growing older, or so they say. But what if I told you that's only one side of the story? Because while it's true our eyes change with time, what they really need isn't just another prescription or a new pair of glasses. What they need, what they crave, is nourishment. Not from machines or medicine, but from the earth, from real, natural sources that speak the same language our body has always understood. You see, your eyes are some of the most delicate organs in your entire body, and yet they work harder than almost anything else. Every single day, they process color, motion, light, darkness, faces, expressions, even the smallest flickers of emotion in someone's eyes. They never stop, not even when you sleep. They're constantly adjusting, focusing, protecting, filtering, and interpreting. And yet, most of us don't feed them what they need. That's where these natural drinks come in, not as some miracle, not as a replacement for medical care, but as support, as gentle, consistent nourishment that your eyes will quietly thank you for. Let me share a few of them with you, not as a doctor or scientist, but as someone who has walked alongside many elders, listened deeply, and seen how small changes make big ripples. Pumpkin seed milk. It's not something you'll find in every fridge, but it should be. Just a handful of these tiny seeds blended with water creates a rich, creamy milk full of zinc and omega-3s. And what does that mean for your eyes? It means stronger protection for your retina, better night vision and slower degeneration. It means your eyes may stay sharper, not because of a stronger lens, but because they're getting the building blocks they've been missing. Then there's watermelon juice, simple, sweet, and hydrating. Watermelon contains lycopene, one of the most powerful antioxidants for the eyes. It fights inflammation, supports eye cell function, and helps prevent those little clouds that sometimes form in our line of sight. Especially during summer, a chilled glass of watermelon juice isn't just refreshing, it's like watering a dry garden. Your eyes soak it in. Let's not forget mango lassi. Now, we're not talking about the sugary kind from the store. I mean a homemade blend, fresh mango, a bit of yogurt, maybe a pinch of cardamom. Mangoes are full of vitamin A, a vital nutrient for your cornea, and yogurt supports gut health, which affects everything, including inflammation around the eyes. It's a comfort drink, and your vision deserves comfort too. Celery and green apple juice may sound like something from a health magazine, but don't be too quick to judge. Celery provides hydration and essential minerals, while green apple brings in a punch of vitamin C and lutein. These aren't just trendy words. They're the defenders of your eye tissues. They fight off the invisible attackers, free radicals, UV damage, and pollution. Together, this drink is like a gentle armor your eyes can wear every day. And when the sun sets and your body slows down, reach for something like chamomile tea with a little honey. It may not be packed with flashy nutrients, but it works in quieter ways. It soothes. It relieves tension behind the eyes. It eases the strain from long hours of reading, screen time, or just being alive in a busy world. And honey, with its natural antibacterial properties, complements it like an old friend, offering your body a moment of calm and comfort. Finally, consider something bold and vibrant, like a juice made from fresh oranges and a pinch of turmeric. Oranges bring vitamin C, which helps maintain the health of blood vessels in the eyes. Turmeric, it's your anti-inflammatory champion, and when combined, they support circulation, reduce internal swelling, and may even help protect against long-term issues like glaucoma or macular degeneration. Warm or cold, this drink is sunshine in a glass, and your eyes know it. Now, you don't need to drink all 6 every day. That's not realistic. But even if you add just one of these into your daily rhythm, you're taking a step toward vision that feels supported, hydrated, and protected. It's not about reversing age. It's about working with it. Because your body is still listening. Your eyes are still trying. And with a little help from nature, they might just keep showing you the world with more clarity, more brightness, and more comfort than you thought possible. These drinks aren't trends. They're tools. Gentle tools that remind us that healing doesn't have to be loud or sudden. Sometimes it's a quiet sip, a small choice, repeated with care. So before you reach for those glasses again, ask yourself, have I fed my eyes today? And then go pour yourself a glass of something that truly sees you back. Sometimes the most powerful changes in life don't begin with a doctor's appointment. They begin with a simple choice in your kitchen. Now, I want you to imagine something. You wake up in the morning, the sun filters through the curtains. You stretch, stand, and walk toward the kitchen, not to reach for a pill bottle, but to pour yourself a glass of something made from nature's own hands. Pumpkin seed milk, watermelon juice, a cooling chamomile tea. Nothing extreme, nothing complicated, just quiet nourishment. And as you sip, you're not just drinking for taste, you're drinking with purpose. See, we've been taught that getting older means losing parts of ourselves. A little bit of vision here, a bit of strength there. We learn to accept it, to surrender. But what if aging didn't mean giving up? What if it simply meant changing how we care for ourselves? You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to do everything at once. But when you begin to build a small habit, something so gentle, so doable, it becomes a message to your body. I'm still here, I still matter, and I'm not done yet. That's the real message behind all this talk about drinks and vitamins and nutrients. It's not just about the eyes. It's about you, how you see yourself, how you believe in your ability to grow, even now, especially now. When you make a choice day after day to give your body something it can use, something it understands, you take your power back. You're not waiting on a doctor to tell you what's next. You're showing your body what's next, and you'd be amazed at what it can still do. You might notice you don't rub your eyes so often. The blurriness when you read. It doesn't show up as fast. You're more comfortable at night. Maybe you're not squinting at the screen like before. And no, it won't all change overnight, but change will come. Quietly, gradually, just like healing always does. See, we often think healing has to be dramatic, loud, instant, and obvious. But real healing, the kind that lasts, is quiet. It comes from those slow sips, that daily routine, that gentle commitment. And don't let anyone tell you it's too late, that you're too old to try something new. You've lived decades, you've overcome, you've survived, you've loved, lost, and rebuilt. If anyone has the right to try something nourishing, it's you. Now I know. When you've worn glasses for years or felt your eyes drying out more and more, it can feel like a losing battle. But friend, let me remind you, your body hasn't given up on you. It's still doing its best, every second of every day. And when you give it support, real natural support, it starts to respond. Not with fireworks, not with magic, but with small, beautiful signs of life. That's why I share these drinks with you, not as some trend or quick fix, but as a way back to yourself. Watermelon juice. It's not just a summer treat, it's hydration that reaches your tired eyes. Papaya smoothie. It's not just tropical sweetness, it's vitamin A, whispering healing into your vision. Pumpkin seed milk. It's not just trendy, it's zinc and omega-3s rebuilding what time has slowly worn down. Each one is a form of love, a form of quiet resistance against the idea that your best years are behind you. They're not. They are still here, waiting for you in the little rituals, the small choices, and the moments when you say, I'm still going to take care of myself. And that's the heart of it all, because you matter. And your health, your vision, your strength, your presence in the world is still so deeply needed. So let others chase miracles. You don't need them. All you need is consistency, a little faith, and a kitchen full of quiet medicine from the earth. Every time you drink something that supports your eyes, you're not just helping your vision. You're proving that it's never too late to begin again. And that's not just health, that's wisdom in motion. There's a quiet truth most people overlook. As we grow older, we're offered a choice, not always with fanfare, not in bold letters, but in quiet moments. The ones when you reach for your glasses and wonder if they're a little weaker than they used to be. The ones when you feel just a touch more dependent than the day before. The moments when someone tells you, well, that's just aging. And you start to wonder, is this really it? But my dear friend, listen closely. Because this truth is worth hearing. You are not broken. You are not helpless. And you certainly are not finished. Just because the world grows louder with quick fixes and clever ads doesn't mean you've lost your power. In fact, the wisdom of age is this. The simpler the answer, the more lasting the results. You see, your body hasn't given up on you. Your eyes haven't forgotten how to see. They're simply asking for what they were made to receive. Nature has always known how to care for the human body. Long before pills and prescriptions, there were fruits, herbs, seeds, and roots, quiet healers that worked not by force, but by harmony. And when it comes to your eyes, these gentle gifts are still here, waiting to help you. This isn't about rejecting modern medicine or throwing away your glasses. It's about remembering that you still have choices, real choices, and one of the most powerful choices you can make today is to begin supporting your health naturally, one sip at a time. That's what makes these drinks more than recipes. They're not trends, they're not hype, they're little rituals, small daily acts of care that say, I still matter, my health still matters, my life still has light left to see. Take, for example, a glass of pumpkin seed milk. Now that might sound unusual, but it's a powerhouse of zinc and healthy fats, not just for bones or energy, but for the tiny structures in your eyes. Sip by sip, it helps your retina stay strong and clear, not dramatic, not overnight, but steady, reliable. Gentle healing, the way nature intended. Or consider a slice of watermelon on a warm afternoon. You may think of it as just a summer snack, but inside it is a treasure of lycopene, an antioxidant that has been shown to protect the eyes from damage as they age, hydrating, refreshing, and giving your vision what it quietly craves. These things may not be sold in commercials or handed out in doctors' offices, but they work, slowly, naturally, like the steady rising of the sun. They give your body the raw materials it needs to care for itself from within. And isn't that what real wellness should feel like? Not rushed, not complicated, just right. Like a rhythm you can trust. I know, it's easy to feel discouraged. You may look at a bottle of pills and wonder if anything will ever truly help. You may hear others say, well, my eyes are just getting old, and quietly agree. But let me remind you of something important. Your body is not a machine, it's a garden. And just like any garden, it responds to how it's tended. With patience, with nourishment, and with belief that even in late seasons, life can still bloom. A warm chamomile tea before bed, a glass of cucumber water in the morning, a splash of turmeric and orange juice during the day. These are not just health tips. These are invitations. Invitations to live with intention, to age with grace, to choose healing instead of helplessness. Because when you sip something that loves you back, you begin to feel it. Not just in your eyes, but in your heart. You stand a little taller. You see a little clearer. You remember that even now, especially now, you are allowed to thrive. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. You don't have to change everything overnight. You don't have to chase youth or fear the mirror. You simply need to remember your body is listening. And when you feed it with wisdom, it responds with strength. So no, this isn't about tossing your glasses in the trash or expecting miracles. It's about stepping into your kitchen with purpose. It's about opening your fridge and seeing not just food, but fuel. It's about saying, today I'm doing something kind for my eyes, and tomorrow you'll do it again. Not out of fear, but out of love. That, dear friend, is where the power lies. Not in the loud claims or the flashy labels, but in the quiet choices that honor the life you've lived and the life you're still living. So take that first sip. Let nature meet you right where you are, and let your body remember what it always knew. Healing doesn't have to shout. Sometimes it just needs to be invited in. So, my dear friend, we've uncovered 6 quiet little drinks, nature's own helpers, that can gently support your eyes, your energy, and your confidence. Not magic, not miracles, just simple wisdom that meets you right where you are. And if even one of these feels right for you, try it. Sip it slowly. Make it part of your day, not just for your eyesight, but for your self-care. Because the truth is, your best days aren't behind you. They're right here, in every choice you make with love, patience, and purpose. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever tried one of these natural drinks? Do you have a favorite remedy or routine that's helped your eyes or energy? Share it with us in the comments, because your wisdom might be just what someone else needs today. And if this message spoke to you, do me a small favor. Click that subscribe button and ring the bell so we can keep walking this quiet, powerful journey together. More simple truths, more silent wisdom, right here when you need it. Until next time, stay wise, stay well, and stay wonderfully you well. And